Can anybody tell me why a stormtrooper would need a grappling hook? Please put your answer in the comments, please. Why would a stormtrooper from Star Wars need a grappling hook? Think about the first movie, New Hope, and give me your answer. Tonight on the easel, I have a fish. This is an angler fish. I've done a couple of them in my day. I'm going to see if I can find some pictures of the other ones. And I got a little story for you. I think I have a picture of this one. I did a picture of an anglerfish, and it had some teeth on it because anglerfish have teeth. Well, I was going to donate this picture to a daycare. It was just a picture of a fish in a pond, you know. So this lady who owned a daycare, she said, "I'll take it," you know. So I drove 30 miles and I brought it to her. And I took a picture and I posted the picture on my Facebook page or somewhere, some community page. And of course, somebody spoke up, because people do that, and said, that picture has teeth on it. It's not appropriate for little kids. And I'm thinking, you know, northern pike have teeth. I'm not a big fish person. I know piranhas do, and I know sharks do, and these guys do, but there's lots of fish out there that have teeth. So I didn't see the big deal with it, but, you know, of course, somebody had to speak up and make a big deal out of it. But the lady took the picture. That's probably 2 years ago, and I haven't heard any complaints about it. I hope the kids are enjoying it. But this particular anglerfish, I kind of preach creativity, and I was trying to be in imagination. If you look right here around his mouth, I was trying my best to make that look like chrome. Like he had tailpipes for a mouth, you know, like in a motorcycle. I kind of got it. I think I went too dark, but he's underwater, so, you know, it's going to be a little bit dark. So in the creativity part, I colored this the way I wanted to. The fish didn't look like this. The orange wasn't there. I added all that. I was just having a good time. And that's why I do my art, is to have a good time. If you look at the background here, it looks like there's a sunken ship behind him, and there's a glow. And I think that's kind of a neat little image. This glow right here, you can see right here where the sails and the mast were, and it in a real light gray, just like it would kind of fade to the back. And then the bottom, oh, this was kind of fun. I haven't done this in a long time. This is my acrylic work, which I did 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I had a toothbrush, and I was, you know, flicking the paint on the bottom here to make it look like there was crap floating in the water, and it was pretty effective. And down here, you can see more shipwrecks down the bottom. This one was really fun to do. I've done probably about 2 or 3 of these, and I hope I can find the pictures. If I can, I'm going to post them right here. If not, I'm going to edit this out. You'll never see it. But I think that this fish in particular is really, really cool. I'm not going to say it was designed well, because I don't really believe in designing things. Like, don't get me started there. But this is just a neat image. It was fun to work with, and I plan on going back into the fish. The hardest part I find about doing fish underwater pictures is the water itself. There's a lot of study to be done on how to get the ripples done. And I didn't do it with this one, but I did it with a different one. I mean, there's people out there who can do that very, very well. It takes a lot of study to do it, and a lot of practice. And that's another thing I harp on my page, is practice. Practice, 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 practice. Because you don't want to be a crappy artist. You want to be good. And to be good, you got to practice. What's the end game? I don't know. I'm going to do a video someday on what people do with their artwork when they're finished with it. I happen to accumulate tons of mine. I just finished off an entire book of paper, probably 30 sheets. It took me about a month. I was doing a painting a day, and I got another one sitting over here ready to go. And I got a lot of artwork, a lot, but it's easy to store because it's in a book. You know, it has a binder on it, as opposed to these, because this is an actual. I'm going to pull it off here because it's resting on this box of light bulbs, but it's a canvas. And these things cost me about 30 bucks each at Goodwill. Well, it depends. This one probably cost me about 15 because it's only about 2 foot by 2 foot. But these, once you start painting on them, they really accumulate in your house. At one point, I had probably 30 of them in the other room, just stacked up and stacked up. And I couldn't even give them away. Which brings me to another topic I was going to make for this video, is that I'm a non-traditional artist. What does that mean? That means I was rifling through Facebook again and TikTok and looking at all the artists out there who get tons and tons of likes and tons of comments because their paintings are so boring. And I mean that. A lot of landscapes and stuff. I'm probably going to piss off some people here, but I don't care. To me, a landscape is what's behind my fish. I'm not going to make a tree the subject of my artwork. I'm not going to make boats, waves, sunsets. I mean, I'm going to have a very small following. I always will. It's just because, how do I say this nicely? I'm a member of a gallery, and I hope they never see this. I hope so. But when I go through the gallery, and there's a gallery across the street as well, a lot of the artwork is boring, very dull. And I don't understand why people do it. I don't. My artwork has to be interesting to me. It has to be fun. I have to be invested in what I do. I can get invested in this easily. I seek out pictures online of the craziest, weirdest stuff so I can make my work. Problem is, no grandma, if you follow my channel, I said this 1,000 times, no grandma is going to put my stuff in their kitchen or in the living room next to their couch, because people are going to freak out because it doesn't match their couch. It doesn't match the curtains, and it just kind of looks weird. Excuse me a second. My stuff appeals to kids. This would be great in some 13-year-old kid's bedroom. I think it would be. According to YouTube, my biggest audience is males between 15 to 35 years old. That makes total sense. Because like I said before, if you follow my channel, I'm 13 years old right now. That's what a 13-year-old would paint. But I have a lot of experience because I'm a lot older than that. And I know how to handle a brush. I know how to do my washes. I know how to do my shadows, my highlights. This particular picture probably took me 2 hours. And that's another thing that kills me. I'm going to make some people mad today. I watch those TikTok videos where people walk forward with a painting in their hand and they slowly turn around. It says, I spent 100 hours on this painting. Why? I spent 2 hours on this baby. When I first started painting 3 years ago, my average painting would maybe be 5 hours. Because it took me a while to figure out what I was doing. But I practiced so much that I got my time down to about 2 hours. I could probably whip this up baby out in an hour now. But some of these guys are doing this hyper realistic stuff, and don't get me started there again. I'm not a fan of hyper realistic stuff. It's a great skill. But to be an artist, you have to have imagination and you have to have creativity. And if you're just painting pictures of pimples and hair and fingernails and whatnot, and water droplets, which I almost did today. I have an idea for a picture of some water droplets. That's awesome, but please don't call it to say it's art. And people are going to disagree with me that 110%. I just know it, because the people who see that stuff on Facebook, they'll get 1,000 likes on it. 1,000 likes, and they're going, "Oh, it looks real. It looks fantastically real." So what? Stick it on a freaking copying machine. Well, you just made a copying machine art. I'm not going to hang copying. I can go buy a poster from Amazon. I don't. Okay, so that's why my channel is going to remain small. I have 83 followers. I'm probably going to lose 5 followers just from this video, but that's fine. You know, I'll live in my own little world. I have my way of thinking about things, and that's how I think. To me, this is creative. It's very expressive. I was trying to do some really cool stuff with my own color design. I wasn't trying to copy this exactly what it was. So that's my little niche. My niche is this small. And I can't really make it any bigger. I don't know, unless some of these 13-year-old guys start hanging out on my channel and promoting me. You know, I can see this turned into posters and sold online in an Etsy page or whatnot. But, you know, this is not the kind of stuff that gets out there, because I don't know how to explain it. This is me. It's my art, and I hope you enjoy it. I hope you follow the page. If you made it this far into this video, which you probably didn't, because most folks don't, like it, share it, ring the doorbell, and subscribe, please.